All right, everybody. Well, it looks like we just got the weirdest leak probably ever. Like, I'm actually in shock that this is going to be the case. It's something that people have talked about for a pretty long time. I'm not even home right now. I'm literally just like throwing this video together with the most makeshift setup. So make sure to subscribe to the channel with all notifications. Right now, I'll give you a second. And let's get into this crazy news. So 2024 is a year where we don't know pretty much anything about what the plans are for future Sonic games. We got that new Fall Guys type game that was apparently leaked, but none of that's really confirmed. So it's like, what are we getting this year in terms of games? We know that there's the movies, we know that there's Knuckles Show, but we don't know what game is confirmed other than potentially that new Fall Guys game. But that was just a leak. That's a rumor. It's speculation. And we're falling back into that territory today with some of this new information. But this one's in regards to a remaster for a Sonic game that I don't think necessarily even needs one, considering that you can play this game at 60 FPS right now. So let's get into it real quick. Let's head over to Twitter, because you're not going to believe what's going on. So we had the leak come out initially, and now there's another leak that's apparently supporting this. So maybe other leakers are piggybacking off of this, but we got to get into it, man. Forgive me for my quality not being as good. All right, so here we go. So Sonic Stadium made this tweet, and when Sonic Stadium talks, I usually listen. You know what I'm saying? Sonic Stadium is a good and reputable source, so if they're talking about it, then we got the green light to talk about it as well. I don't want to like really go too into leaks and rumors, but if they talk about it, then I'm going to talk about it. All right. So it says, rumor. It seems that Sonic Generations might be getting some sort of announcement in the coming days. Nick Baker, co-founder of website Xbox Era, posted a cryptic tweet hinting at it. Hashtag Sonic News. He did this before back in September, current tweets and the previous tweets below. The games he mentioned back in September ended up being dead on, so there's reason to put stock into this rumor. Of course, Shadow of his generation could mean a few things, but Shadow in Generations remaster feels more likely. All right, let's read the actual article. Let's give them a click because that is the right thing to do. Okay, so in the latest of what has been a surprisingly fruitful month for reportable rumors, it appears that Sonic Generation may be getting some kind of announcement in the coming days at a currently unconfirmed PlayStation State of Play digital event. This rumor comes courtesy of the Xbox Era co-founder slash podcast co-host Nick Baker, who posted a cryptic tweet on his Twitter account. So this guy in particular apparently has gotten stuff right with PlayStation. Apparently he's leaking out that at a PlayStation State of Play event, which is basically the PlayStation equivalent to a Nintendo Direct, we're gonna get a Sonic Generations remaster. Here's the tweet. It says roughly on the 31st, so like literally a couple of days from now, like literally like 3 days from right now. He says roughly though, so again, this could be, who knows. Ronins will rise, will die stranded, have a rebirth, and a Kojima will fulfill his dream. I don't know what that means. Sonic will live in the shadow of his generation, while the hills will remain silent until the dawn when you need to catch the metro. Don't be a Judas about it. I don't even know what that means. So it says Sonic will live in the shadow of his generation. It could mean a few things, but Sonic Generations port seems the most obvious takeaway. Okay, Sonic Generations port. All right. I mean, I don't think we need a Sonic Generations port. Do you think we need a Sonic Generations port? The only idea I think that this would be good for is maybe if they're announcing a new Nintendo Switch with more powerful hardware coming out next year, maybe the Sonic Generations remaster can come out on that console along as the older Nintendo Switch. I don't know. This game runs at 60 FPS on Xbox Series S. I don't know if it does on PlayStation or if you could buy it on PlayStation, but you could buy this game now on Steam, 60 FPS. So to me, I don't think this is necessary at all. Only benefit would be Nintendo Switch users being able to use this. So it says, alternatively, it could be something that involves Shadow in some way. We do know a Shadow skin is coming to Sonic Superstars, so hey, maybe that could be a thing, a Shadow Sonic Superstars DLC. Though that would be a rather modest thing to include in a list of games. If I personally had to guess, it's a Sonic Generations remaster for modern platforms that adds Shadow as a playable character. Now, you're probably asking, why are you giving this guy the time of day? At least if you're treating it skeptically as you should any rumor, which is true. It says, well, because Baker has done this before. Last September, he posted cryptic hints of an upcoming State of Play and was 100% accurate. As he mentions in the Twitter exchange posted above, he seems to get lists of some of the featured games ahead of time, and this is what he posted last year. So he's predicted a lot of games and in particular stuff with relation to PlayStation State of Play. So is that going to be the place where they'll reveal it for a Sonic game? I don't know. It says, as always, this is a rumor, so don't take it as news. Nothing's been confirmed, but as far as rumors goes, this one feels like something I am inclined to believe. If you go on Twitter right now, everyone is talking about a Sonic Generations remaster. Everyone is literally, oh, what is this guy saying? A lot of people are saying that a Sonic Generations remaster is not going to be good, and it's going to end up like Sonic Colors Ultimate or Sonic Origins, but yeah, it's all over Twitter this time. Everyone seems to believe that a Sonic Generations remaster is coming. In addition to all these leaks that just came out about about this game. Zippo randomly swoops in and strikes with another Zippo leak, which is kind of curious. A lot of people are saying that he's like bandwagoning or whatever. I don't know. Listen, I have no idea. So here's the Zippo leak, which now I guess is something we should talk about. So because it just came out. So 2 Sonic Generations remaster leaks back to back from 2 people that are at least, you know, pretty notable within the community. It's not like 4chan, all right? So it's worth talking about. So it says that the game that's coming out, it's a remaster from the ground up. It's now running on the Hedgehog Engine 2. The console versions will now run at 60 FPS with the option for 4K. There has been a very strong internal mandate from Sega higher-ups to improve the quality of Sonic remasters from now on. So, knock on wood, no Colors Ultimate and Origins mishaps this time. There's brand new content featuring Shadow. This is where I think a Sonic Generations remaster could be good. It will release in the first half of the year, sometime around Sonic's 33rd birthday in June, which makes sense. Sonic Generations is an anniversary game. It'll come out on a Sonic anniversary. If this is all we have to look forward to in the next 5 months, that's going to be kind of sad. And it says, just to get ahead of all the speculation, no, this is not the Sonic and Shadow game I'm hearing about. If you guys don't remember, there was a leak of a Sonic and Shadow game that's supposed to come out by Zippo. So listen, he might be jumping on the bandwagon, but he's still sticking to his guns and saying that the Sonic and Shadow game is coming. With a grain of salt, whatever you want to do. I'm not really a believer of the Sonic and Shadow game coming. This is apparently credible. It is all over Twitter, guys. Yeah, if you look up Sonic Generations Remaster, everyone is talking about it. It seems like this is, at least as far as leaks go, probably one of the more credible leaks that we can see out there. Maybe even more credible than the Fall Guys rumor. I don't know. But it looks like we could be getting a couple of Sonic games this year. At least 2, potentially. 2 are leaked. I would imagine we'll get at least 1. So this is quite interesting. I mean, is Sonic Generations the game that needs a remaster? I don't really think so, because this game looks good in the current day and age and can be run on most of the modern hardware other than the Switch. This could, again, like I said, coincide with maybe a new Switch with better powered hardware coming out. But if it's just Sonic Generations without any additional content, it's kind of an L. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think I would even buy this. But if we get a lot more additional content, some people are suggesting maybe, and I think this would be a good idea, to bring some additional levels. Like maybe bring some of the 3DS levels and remaster some of those and bring it to the modern hardware. I think that's a good idea, and I think it'd be a good stopgap in between new mainline Sonic games. Again, if they add Shadow into the game as a playable character, add some new levels, add some new content, new challenges, then it's going to be interesting and worth buying. If not, then it doesn't really make sense. Games like Sonic Heroes, Sonic Unleashed are probably a lot more deserving of a remaster, but I think the idea of Sega is that Sonic Generations is the highest received 3D Sonic game, basically since Sonic Adventure 2, I think. So in a year where the movie's coming out and they're going to do a big heavy marketing push, I'm sure they're just going to want to release a safe game that's good, which is what we thought with Sonic Colors Ultimate, but that didn't turn out to be the case. So this is a very interesting rumor. There's a lot that we could discuss. We could talk about this for an hour, but I just wanted to get the news out to you guys and see what you guys thought about this. Potentially, a second Sonic game is leaked, Sonic Generations Remaster, and we may find out about it in a couple of days. We'll see, man. I don't know. I'm taking a grain of salt, but I had to let you guys know. Let me know if you guys believe this. Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys soon.